pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No.
Okay. We have approval of the 9/3 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Alrighty, motion passes. All right to you, Marissa.
Okay. So, we were supposed to bring this up last meeting and, Kylie or I, we, forgot to mention it, but Terry Petro came in and he gave us permission to say that he is filing the complaint. He knows that it's been a very dry summer, but he's noticed that the ambulance was very dirty and he said that it always used to be cleaned. They always used to wash it and clean it on a regular basis, so he just wanted to bring it to somebody's attention that it was really dirty and on the outside. So, and that it should be clean, because they always used to do it, so I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. I submitted the grants and aid for this year. Jason did some work on the Combs Road, some ditching work. Andy just got me all the paperwork for the dry hydrant that was put in East Richford. That work is all done.
Yes.
So I'll be working on the reimbursement for that. We set our trash day, our community trash day for October 18th. That'll be at the town garage again from 8 to noon. And I'm working on, there hasn't been a post out because I'm working on getting prices from the transfer station in Highgate, the Casella transfer station, making sure that what they charge for mattresses and making sure we have our prices for that. And then I have something for other business because it pertains to the rec department, so I'll bring that up in other business. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Do you have anything for town clerk?
I do not.
Okay.
Not for open, I have for executive,
For personnel?
for the personnel, yes.
Highway, been pretty quiet. They're entering their between season mode. Winter gravel's all up. They did some last minute mowing. They did some spot grading after the rainstorm the last couple weeks ago, but it's right back to being dry, so it's really hard to work it when it's so dry. It just creates like a powder on top, and then you've got more dust. So,
Are they looking for things to do?
I'm sure this is the time of year just to bring up some stuff.
Right now, our excavator guy that puts the stuff in the dumpster in the back of the station is out of town. Last I knew his excavator was. If they have a moment, would they mind?
They can do all that with a payloader, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Please and thank you very much.
That's all I have, except for the executive for personnel. Buildings report?
I believe Richie said he was finishing up everything here.
I think
He finished
it up last week, yes.
Yes, okay.
It was all done.
I hadn't talked to him since last Thursday, so.
Yeah.
And Bobby has not started at the library yet, but if he said last week or this coming week, so I'm hoping he'll be there this week. I'll reach out again to him just to see what date to get that roof fixed.
Okay.
And he's going to the fire department after that. Besides that, I don't have anything at this point.
Is it appropriate time to just interject something on the library?
What's that?
I don't know if it's the appropriate time, but we were talking about the roof today with the architect.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he does the roof work, they need a pipe. I should read it to you, but I can send it to you.
Okay,
A
if you
pipe
could.
for the new bathroom.
A
Sewer
pipe,
mount.
sewer
When you
pipe,
put
yeah.
that in, so we just need to communicate that. So
And that's gonna be over on this side where the children's center is right now, right?
Yes.
Yes,
The
okay.
pipe is gonna be there. I don't think we're changing any of the room, because we were worried about that roof being fixed and
Yep.
affect, but
And what we're doing is we're gonna change the design of the roof. So instead of the roof going like this,
Right.
it's gonna go up and go underneath the other roof. So
perfect.
when the snow comes down, it's just gonna slide all the way to the ground instead of coming down, hitting that
And that
cavity there. So it'll take care of that slope and then we'll just close it off.
is wonderful. But it was just the architect said, we're gonna have a bathroom on the next room, they need the pipe to go up to that.
Yeah.
Roof
Yep.
that you're leveling off.
Yeah, I'll have him check in with you guys and have you guys explain it to him if that's something he can do.
I can
Okay.
even forward the email to you from the
Okay.
architect.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for the painting and stuff that's going on, it's welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah, doing a nice job.
yeah, it's looking nice, isn't it?
It is really nice.
Fire station wise, what impacts is that gonna have on you when they start the roofing? Is it just gonna be all off the back, so it won't
I would
impact you?
think it'd be off all the back. The only bay that we use is that first bay you come to in the back for the brush truck, so that's something we'd have to watch out for.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, no, they would be,
Yeah.
they'd work around them for sure, whatever you guys need.
Could you remind me, what the timeline was for getting the door repaired at the post office? I know you said a couple of
Getting
weeks.
the what? Oh, the door?
Yeah,
It's been what, 2 weeks since I updated on that, so we probably got another 3 to 5 weeks,
okay,
cause they said 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
okay.
So that was 2 weeks ago, so 3 to 5.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And pillars, I'm still waiting to get somebody to do a decent, a quote on what they can do.
Oh,
Nobody wants to, somebody come in?
so we did have a gentleman come in who is working on a quote. He's supposed to get us something this week
Oh, good.
on, he was waiting on,
What was his name? Don't know.
yes, I do know, his last name is Billadu. Why
Oh,
can't,
Jeff Billadu.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
he's a newly,
Yeah.
he started a new business, so
And his
he
insurance.
saw it on our town website that we were looking for somebody to do the fillers, so he approached us and.
Yeah, I can touch base with him tomorrow. I see
Yeah,
him
he
like
approached us and
3 times
asked
today.
if he could give a quote, and we said absolutely. You know, we're having a hard time finding people, so
Yep,
so yeah, he's supposed to get us a quote.
perfect. I'll check in with him tomorrow too and see
Okay.
where he's at with that.
That's all you have?
That's it?
Water and sewer?
I'm just doing budget right now, right?
Working on the budget. We got as much done as we could today. Jeremy's researching the cost of a couple things for us. We need a bigger generator up at the water plant. He's gonna look at the cost of that. We're looking at potentially using some different chemicals in the sewer lagoons, but we gotta research the chemical more. We don't know the price, and we don't know if there's any advantage to this over what we're using now.
Right.
So, got a few things to research, but working on that, that's all I got.
And this is budget for next year, or is the water sewer on a different schedule?
No, it'd be next year.
So, okay. Do you have anything, Andy?
No.
Okay. Playgrounds, parks, and cemeteries?
No, I just have something for executive.
Okay.
Jason met with D&D
Yep.
for the electrical, and they talked over what we wanted, and it sounds like that's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, Jason said
It's on
he's renting John's excavator, and he's gonna put the conduit in tomorrow into Thursday.
Yes.
Work on it tomorrow and Thursday.
John has.
Or no,
Yeah.
today's only Monday.
Monday.
Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sorry.
Yeah, John has a mini, he said, and it would be a lot cheaper and local than
Yeah.
renting one from Ace, so.
Yep.
That was the option.
Good.
Alrighty. Other business?
I'll go first. So, on behalf of the rec committee, every year we ask for an appropriation of $1,000 for the Harvest Festival. So we're asking for that again. We just need the board's approval.
And that was approved during our budget meeting, right?
Yes, that's part of the appropriations. It's one of the items that is approved every
I would
year.
make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes.
I just wanted to also say on the buildings, we have an electrician coming to do an upgrade. And it says they're waiting for the state to approve the ditch location.
The what location?
Ditch location. It says the next step in the renovation is the electrical service upgrade. We are waiting for the state to approve the ditch location for our new underground line.
Oh, okay, so it's the yeah,
Just
not
to
an
let you know
actual
what we're
ditch,
doing.
it's just the channel for the power to come to the building, okay.
Right.
So that'll
So it's
be
gonna go
happening.
under the sidewalk then,
Pardon?
because the telephone poles are down on the other side of the sidewalk, right?
This is all I know, that it came from
Yeah.
the architect kind of telling us what was going on.
Correct power poles in the backyard.
So there are telephone poles out back here? Okay, then we're good. How are you gonna go through there?
It's probably just to make sure you're replacing.
Yeah. Well, and if
What's
it's in the,
inside the
One line
conduit?
with the other,
Yeah.
either a conduit and,
Right.
well, if it's in the backyard, it's not going very far either.
no, and material around it needs to change
Right,
that.
so is it off the telephone pole, it's down behind the post office?
No, it's off the telephone pole, it's right out here between our parking lot and the post office parking lot.
Okay, Perfect.
So it's good that we told you that.
yes, I'm glad to know that.
We're trying to have.
I haven't noticed that before.
And the other thing is the revolving loan, because we received that money, we were able to pay 3 vendors. And I'll be submitting it for reimbursement this week and hope it will be 30 days. And we'll
Nice.
be able to give it back and you know how we're gonna do that. So that's working very well.
Excellent.
So we came with positive notes today.
That's awesome.
Alright,
We did want to just communicate.
do you have anything else to add about the library?
No, I mean, we do have to make sure you do what's going on and stuff, cause there's tons of things that are gonna happen, but just like you, we have a hard time finding people to work.
Mhm.
And so, it's been a struggle, but because of the loan that you were able to give us, it makes it much, much easier because,
You don't have
We
to,
have
you
to
don't, you don't have to keep the vendors waiting quite as long.
yes.
Well, some won't do the work unless we give them the deposit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We don't have that cash flow either, so it was like, and that was, Kylie told us about that, so that was.
Yeah.
That's
that
nice.
was
I'm glad
really
that's
good
working.
that We didn't
That's
know
what
that
it's for.
existed.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
I have a quick question.
You are,
Aaron Stetson.
okay.
I was just wondering if there was like anything going in the works for sometime next year, because I know it's getting closer to winter. So, about the road here on Main Street between the church and for the potholes and all that.
From the church to,
From the
Jo-
church heading to Dollar General.
to the Jolly. Actually, I do have an update. That has been scheduled for October 6th. He's coming the week of October 5th or 6th, whatever that Monday
Perfect,
is.
yes.
So that, we approved that at the last board meeting.
Okay.
It was slated to be done, but, we went over budget, so we had to revisit and find funds elsewhere in the budget. And the guy was coming back to do the Dollar General parking lot, so we got him to come back and also, when he's here to do that section of Main Street, because it was definitely due.
Yeah.
We should have started
We
there.
can all agree on that.
Yeah. Rowena?
Okay, I went to the planning commission meeting last Monday.
Yes.
And as far as getting a joint meeting, the most I got from them was they want the select board to meet, be a part of that. No dates beyond that. That was the end of the discussion on that. As far as with the animals and the chickens and stuff, they had, on their August meeting, they had tabled it, and they really didn't show any ambition whatsoever to take it up at this last one. They had done 2 hours on working on the town plan, which is very critical because they are up against the timeline on that. But then after that, they were just ready to, we're done, we'll put it off to the next. So, it's gonna be something that's just gonna keep needing to be revisited and to do that, so. And, the person that's kind of filling the chair had said, due to family obligations, is not gonna be there for the next 3 months. So that's gonna, I don't know how that's gonna, I think they're gonna be just focusing on the town plan probably
Yeah,
at that, so.
yeah, that's a timeline. A deadline.
And I guess just one thing, a curiosity question, since you brought up that you're starting on the budget. I know we went a whole year without the police. Are you still trying to do something to get what's the progress on that? And are you gonna be putting in a whole bunch of money in the budget for police and?
Well, the budget we're working on now is water and sewer, it's not the
Okay,
general.
not the other
Yeah,
one.
we haven't had any discussions as
Okay.
to, that usually starts the end of,
End of December.
End of November into December. We
Oh,
start,
okay.
each department meets with Kylie separately and then we come together as a group.
Yeah.
So it's a little ways out.
But have you been successful any micro steps forward or?
No, not really. We met with North Country, the place in Newport. They had, the best we got was what, how would you say, it was a possibility, but even then there was like so many variables and it wasn't gonna be anything consistent.
Yeah.
It would depend if like their officers wanted to work overtime on a day here or there. So it wasn't really ideal, for what we want.
Limited benefit for what it was gonna cost.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was brought up in previous meetings, I don't know if Kylie mentioned it, but we do have a point of contact for the state police. Each town in Franklin County that doesn't have police coverage has like a point of contact that they can get a hold of if there's issues that are brought to, the office or whatnot. We can contact him and they'll kind of pinpoint where they need to focus on in town.
Well, and I will say for the first time in a long time, I've actually seen last week, they actually had people pulled over a couple different times on me. So I think the biggest challenge for us, and I think I've kind of hinted at it, is when we don't have coverage, the state police is obligated to provide, I guess mandated or I don't know, obligated, I guess is probably a better word, to provide a level of coverage. And if we're getting 30 hours and then we pay for 40 and we lose that 30, we're really only netting 10. So we've got to figure out a way to make something more positive to the town. It doesn't make sense to spend $200,000 for 10 additional hours of service.
Yeah.
So we've got to figure out how, maybe it's having a meeting with the state police, like, hey, we're going to sign a contract, but we don't want to lose this. I don't know. They may not be contractually obligated to say, yes, we'll continue what we're providing. But I mean, maybe that's what we need to have the conversation
And
with
with
them.
the
we
sheriff's
are-
department, they
we are
said
working
20
on-
hours for the 200.
What's that?
They said 20 hours for the 200 because Enosburg is not going with them, so they have to put 2 people in town
Yeah.
for 20 hours for $200,000.
Well, I don't know if those are the exact numbers. I was just
I think it was
I was just
175
spitballing.
But still, that's a lot of money
Yeah.
for 20 hours of coverage when the state police are doing at least that.
Are we guaranteed that the state, because they're,
No, I mean,
No.
it's a problem.
they'd like to do that, and I
Yeah.
mean, everybody's dealing with staffing
Yeah.
issues.
Yes.
No, I mean, it's a continuous exploring. We also,
We are working on other avenues of things that we can do that will hopefully, kind of improve quality of life here in Richford.
because for instance, I think, Mariska, you were gonna look into speed bumps. And I did ask Jason, the guy that's coming to pave, says he has put them in before. He said overall, he's not a fan of them, and most municipalities are not necessarily a fan of them because if you happen to catch the plow on it in any sort of capacity, you're gonna rip it up, and they're really hard to maintain. The guy made it sound to Jason like they're really hard to maintain, and as much as vehicles have to slow down, the trucks would have to slow down almost to a stop to get over and move the plows. So he recommended if you really want to do a lot of speed bumps, invest in the take out, you know, take down, take up ones. So I think,
Like Enosburg did.
yes,
So we'll
Right.
just have
Yeah.
to
Right.
look into
Yeah.
buying,
yeah.
purchasing some more of those.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we have, you know, have money in the policing budget that I think we can, you know, go ahead and buy at least a few more sets and maybe put in plan for a few more sets. Maybe we don't put them all out right away and we judge every spring where the problem is. I mean, we know where the historic problems are, but we also have the ability to move them, whereas those speed tables
Yeah,
wouldn't be movable.
Right, right.
So,
Would we be able to do something about these four-wheelers and car buckets going up and down?
well, that, I would say, there's probably a better chance of being able, if we ever can find police coverage, they would be more likely to go target the motorcycles than the four-wheelers. I think, by and large, they've been told to leave four-wheelers alone because those guys they're not allowed to chase them, they're not allowed to do anything because it becomes,
There was a death resulting
yeah,
years and years ago.
yeah, and they're hesitant to chase them, so. And where I was gonna say, like, what Alan was talking about, we don't know, I think this is the last year, in next fall, it would be the election year for, our county sheriff. Maybe if the new administration comes in there, we may be able to, you know, get more favorable terms, have a more trusting relationship with them overall. And, you know, that's also something we're hopeful for. Anything else, Rowena?
No, I think that's it.
John?
Yes, I'm still concerned about the parking on River Street as Richford Renaissance manages those two commercial spaces in the James Block. And I know the beauty shop has lost customers because of parking. And I don't know what was going on last week. For 2 days, there was cones on one side of the street and they were gone because they were in the river Saturday morning, I noticed. So, and then if you look at your bylaw, or your ordinances, it says 60 minutes parking on River Street. From River Street to from Providence to Mullen Avenue.
Yeah.
So there should be, if that's the case, that certainly would help, because that would prevent tenants from staying there all day long.
Again, we're revisiting the same thing, we're still looking, we can't tell them, we can put out warnings on the windshields, but we have not found somebody that is willing to reliably, you know, like Jason calls up and says, hey, I've warned this person twice, come tow them. We don't have, I mean,
No.
I think you've
And
got
I've contacted,
probably 4 or 5 different entities.
yeah, and out of town too, and just nobody wants to commit. Nobody wants to come up here and tow vehicles. It's,
With just putting signs up there that says it's a 60-minute,
Well-
would that limit a few? I
Well,
mean,
it may, and that's
It
a
may,
possibility. I mean, we can explore that.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about parking meters like they use?
yeah, but again, unless you have the enforcement element,
yeah,
That-
you know, we don't
It's
have
not
the, I mean, it's hard to find the enforcement. And I don't know who. I don't
Someone
know.
has
Yeah,
to
so-
deal with the
I'm just thinking,
regulation of those.
The only thing
like somebody, I mean,
example I'm
somebody's
thinking
making
of
some
is
money
like
on
St.
those.
Albans. They have,
the
do
St.
they have
Albans,
parking
and
meters
they
in St.
yes,
Albans?
and they also
But they
have,
also have city police
They-
in St. Albans
yeah,
to
they have-
enforce
yeah.
their
right.
local
they
ordinances.
have somebody that,
You know, and maybe it's worth a conversation with our contact in the state police, saying, hey, here's our ordinances, is this something you can help us enforce? I don't know, that could be a conversation that we could have with them, but it all depends on when they're in town. You know, if they're,
really what it comes down to is, like, I don't know, I mean, there's only so many tow truck companies within a reasonable driving distance, and I feel like we've
reputable, you know, and you
we've
need to
con-
find
we've got-
reputable.
we've
But I'm
contacted
wondering if
Enosburg's.
some of these places have contracts with like the DMV, like when you park in Essex and you know you use the meter reader and you have to use the little app and stuff and it
Yeah.
tracks your license plate and stuff. They have to have something with DMV because you get a ticket in the mail and they will like put like a thing on your license. So there has to be some sort of some
like payment.
sort of
It's almost the same as not
contractual
paying
agreement
Mhm.
a
with
speeding
like
ticket, they give you
DMV and
points.
this meter reader. you know, that they talk to each other, like the DMV because it's all about your license plate, right? Like when you park, you have to put your license plate in the parking meter.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
how does it know when you left? Is there like?
They have a gentleman that walks around.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, there you
or
go.
is
like-
or
They send
or, or is
But that's
the
what I'm
gentleman walking
saying.
around taking everybody's and checking to make sure it's on the report.
But that's what I'm
that they're
saying. It's a
supposed to be there.
scanner, you know, and so
Yeah,
you
but
know.
who's gonna do that part? That's the part we're having a hard time with.
Right. But maybe somebody.
overall, John, the issue's not lost on us. It's just we haven't been able to find. I mean, we've contacted Swanton, a guy in Swanton, there was one person in Highgate, was there? A guy in Highgate, Fairfield.
I mean, even when we have these
Maybe it could be part of the maintenance position.
Yeah, but there becomes a huge liability that we're scared of
that's
taking
the thing.
on.
Like the town constable, they've taken away all the
But
rights.
that's
You
what I'm
have to
saying.
have
If
you have to
the
have
maintenance
police
person
training
was
to be
just walking the
if you wanna
street, though, you know,
handcuffs,
during
tickets
regular.
and-
To be able to give a
Business
ticket
hours.
of any sort, you have to go to the police academy.
Yeah,
No. But this is a parking violation.
It's
This
still
is
same
not.
thing, still ticket.
I know. Like if you were to have the town constable do it, your town constable would have to go and do, like you say, to the police academy.
Just
the state
for a
has made that.
parking violation.
Are we sure it goes to that level though?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'd have to.
Meter maids are all over St.
I mean,
Albans.
maybe not.
and
Maybe
they did
as
not go
far
to the
as,
police
like,
academy.
Maybe we
Those
need to
meter
research that
maids.
piece.
Yeah, and
But-
Or
maybe
what they call meter maids. I don't know if that's
yeah, it's probably
correct,
not. It's
but yeah.
not
But, like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. Not the
politically
PC correct term anymore, but
But a lot of those people I know, and I know they didn't go to the police academy.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could put that. Can you put that on your and find out? I mean, again, I mean,
Talk to that said
but I
they
mean,
can't
the
give
collection
tickets.
piece is going to be then it
I
comes.
think it all comes back to what you said, enforcement. You give somebody a ticket, and they rip it up and throw it in the trash, then what?
But
Amounts
that's
to
what I'm
nothing.
saying. It's
Yeah.
linked to the DMV.
Well, we can find that
yeah, we'll
out
have
too.
to find. Yeah,
DMV.
yeah.
See, maybe just call St. Albans and ask them if there's a way to
I mean,
link it to their
Burlington
license or
uses
anything.
it.
You said Burlington,
Burlington
uses it too.
uses it. I forget what the system's called, but they're everywhere.
So I
But
can't.
putting
And you
up
have to
some
look.
signs that says 60-minute parking only, a few people will abide by that.
I mean, but
I don't know if I do 60, cause a lot of people like go to
Well, we
like
have-
the Thirsty Burger or the other place.
But if that's the
That's what's in
River's Edge.
if
That's
that's what's in the
bylaws.
ordinance, if that's what's
Yeah.
in the ordinance, then that's what we
have
have
to
to.
do.
We'd have to follow that.
Cause you don't have enough time to eat your supper in 60
Right.
minutes and receive
Right.
it, so like.
They don't mind, get it to your table.
Right, but then again, you could have it something like during what you would consider normal business hours, the daylight hours, you know, maybe from 8 to 6 or something, and then after 6, that's when most parking meters are, is that like after 6 or after 7?
Yeah.
Well, in your bylaw, it says 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's you're not supposed to be parking there overnight.
For the 60-minute parking.
It's only
It's
during
from
that
7
time.
to
It's
6.
from 7 to.
I know that it's been, cause we have trucks going to and from Blue Seal quite often, and you're talking about over 100,000 pounds coming both ways, and I've seen where our trucks been almost colliding with each other, and I guess when you got people parked, you know, on every corner and all that, it gets
But-
very, very narrow.
But have you noticed a difference since we eliminated parking on the other?
I have
Yeah.
seen,
Yeah.
yeah, and I had a little bit more space, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, we'll look into that. Eric, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. Mr. Weatherby, do you have anything you'd like to bring up?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
First of all, last meeting you said that you attested to the ladder working. Did you see the outriggers extend and level the fire truck and rescind back in?
He's asking you.
Oh, you're asking me, Robert?
Yes.
No, I cannot attest to that. I saw the ladder extended. I saw fire personnel in the air. That's all I can attest to. I mean, that was my understanding if they were using it, and it was that. I guess I made the assumption that if they had people that high in the air, the equipment was working properly.
it should have been if they were using it.
Okay,
But then if one outrigger wasn't working right, you can work around it.
okay. Well, thank you for that. I mean, that's as much as I can attest. I saw folks, I don't know, probably 40, 50 feet in the air. That's all I can attest to, so I assumed it was working.
Okay? And the next thing I got is the last meeting when Karen and Rowena were talking and trying to explain things. I counted 8 times that the board or people told them that there was no policy or ordinance on some of the things that they discussed. How come I never get that many of them? Usually you shut me off completely after 2 or 3 times. Say, we're gonna move on, or you shut me off completely from the meeting.
Well, I mean, if there's lively discussion and we don't feel the issue has been fully hashed out, most of the time you're asking the same question just in multiple different ways, and we feel we've answered. So that would be, in my opinion, the distinction. I can't speak for the rest of the board, but that's how I would view it.
Yeah, but you told them.
So do you have anything else,
Shut
Robert?
them up.
Do you have anything else,
Shut
Robert?
them up.
Alrighty. Thank you, Robert.
See, you're doing the same thing again.
Because you're just being difficult.
I'm not being difficult. I asked a question.
Alrighty, thank you. Is there any other business?
Yeah, here we go. Discrimination. I'll get some videos taped up.
Okay. You can do that, Robert. Alrighty. Anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive.
second it.
I don't have anything coming out of it.
I don't think we'll have anything coming out of it. It's just
Sherry.
personnel discussion.
You're making a motion, Sherry?
Yes.
Okay.
Caught me off guard there. Wait, what?
And you have a second to go into executive?
Second.
Alright, all those in favor?
Right.
Aye, aye.